Greetings, everyone listening.
Guess who's back?
Back again. JT's back.
Tell a friend. Yeah.
Listen,
What's up, bro?
I'm so glad to be back for episode 7. Everyone, this is, trust me, I'm Not an Expert podcast where we give you our expert opinion, even though we are not experts, but it's going to feel like we are.
I know some shit.
I read a book or two. You know,
I stayed at a Holiday Inn. Oh, yeah.
I went to that website and read the whole forum. You know,
Yeah.
I'm an expert. You're an expert, and I'm just gonna jump right into it. Well, you know what? I'm gonna do a little audible for you.
All right.
Last time we were together, we did a spoiler podcast for Wakanda Forever.
Right.
It's been a couple weeks. I'm gonna leave you with a question, and you can answer it now. You can answer it at the end of the podcast. Do you think that Wakanda Forever was better than the original Black Panther, on par, or worse?
No, it's worse than the first one.
Do you want to expand on that now?
Yeah. I've been thinking about that too.
Yeah.
It's crazy you said
Yeah.
that. I mean, just the star power, in my opinion, isn't there.
The absence of Chadwick is definitely felt.
Across the board.
Yeah.
The story and how it drags, because we're trying to do more of an introduction for our villain. We don't get right into it. That slows the movie down a ton. We didn't really have that in the first one. So that extra 50 minutes is like somebody else's movie.
Do you think that was a product of not just the rewrite, but also because of Letitia Wright's anti-vax thing, where they had to do reshoots because of her?
Nah, I think it's just a flat out rewrite.
Okay.
And a time deadline. You know, the mouse wants his money.
And they're making that money too.
Yeah. Not at the same clip as the first one, but they making money.
I'm still undecided whether or not the movie is where it falls, but I will say that it's pretty fucking close.
I mean, even from the standpoint of what we just said, star power, fucking Michael B. Jordan pops in,
Yeah.
steals that scene.
Yeah, man.
And
There's a lot of scenes still going on.
And I called that. I knew that was going to happen, but it's still like to see him come steal that scene. I was like, damn. Now just think back to the first one. Half the movie was this motherfucker being our favorite villain.
Being Killmonger.
Right.
Do like Namor as a villain. I'm still deciding what's the better villain.
I like the actor and the delivery.
It was great.
It was great.
Great.
Yeah. Nah,
I
think that was spot on. That was very good direction. That was very good acting and delivery.
I am going to go see it again.
Okay.
And I have a better feeling. But as of right now, I am going to say that it is slightly better.
Because I'm so technical, I appreciate what had to be done to even put that collage up.
The fact that the movie is successful in executing what it needs to do, like we said in the podcast, is just amazing all in itself.
Right. Like to know what they were up against, to even put that out as a product, that's what I like the most.
Yeah.
To me, that's what makes it a good movie.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry to throw that curveball at you, but
No. I know. I did want to talk to you, but I was gonna call you and be like, "Yo, you still like this shit?"
Yeah. We didn't have a chance to really debrief again.
Yeah.
But let's get to the first topic that's near and dear to both.
This guy stinks.
your heart and mine. NBA news, and let's just focus in on what we really want to talk about. We are literally less than a mile away from the Victory Park.
We're like 400 meters away.
We're very close to where these crimes happen, and the Mavs are looking very mediocre. And I want to talk about your mediocre Mavs. Where you want to start, man?
I feel like that lady on the Jerry Springer. Yeah, that's mine. I'm gonna stay by it. I'm stick with it.
You feel like a battered woman? Mavs are 9-7.
Dude, I'm starting to get Dallas Cowboy trauma from this season.
Oof. Say it ain't so.
Dude, the loss to Denver by 1, where
it
Luka comes out and just we got 6 seconds side out of bounds,
Oof.
and he just gets the ball, turns, and I don't know what play got called, but it wasn't. I know that wasn't a fucking play, bro. Everybody want to talk about Jason Kidd. I know that wasn't the fucking play. All right, J. Kidd didn't be like, "Yo, y'all make it happen. We got 6 seconds." He literally calls Josh Green over and is like, "Yo, pick for me." Josh is like 21. He like, "Yeah, fuck it."
Yeah.
He picks for him. Dude, Luka gets the ball. What, one dribble or just a spin? And he just chunks this bitch.
It was dribble. It was very unceremonious.
Dog.
We're only down 1.
We're down 1.
We're only down 1.
He like spins and chunks this bitch with 5. Dude, I almost started drinking that night. If I had a cat, I would have kicked the cat.
No. Not the kitty.
All right? Like, I get why they call it fanatic.
Right.
Like that shit consumed me because that was bad basketball. No Joker?
Oh, man.
No Jamal Murray?
None.
No fucking AG? No
Yeah.
Aaron Gordon?
Yeah.
And that's what
Top 3 players not there.
Michael Porter Jr. looks like a dud, and that's what we put up?
Yo, did you peep how the first 3 he made was the one to seal the deal? Yet the last 3 that Josh Green missed was the one to not put us up. Basketball's funny that way. Feels bad to waste a Josh Green game like that.
Career high.
I mean, I didn't think that the 3-point. I didn't think that the 3-point shooting, him being at the top of the 3-point percentage for the year so far. About a week ago, I think he was like number 1. I didn't think that was going to last, and he was going to come down to earth.
Right.
But
right.
that game kind of normalized it back to like he's back in the fucking atmosphere, stratosphere again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe. But I don't want to put that on Josh. Here's the problem.
Dude, we need something from somebody. I don't care what Josh gives me.
Here's the problem. I am seeing what I always see from a couple of culprits, and they're always, it's a love-hate thing. I'm gonna go straight to Tim Hardaway. Listen, Tim. I've always liked you.
I've always liked Tim Hardaway Jr., even in Michigan.
I mean, it's not like I don't expect him to do this, right?
Yeah, you pretty much done counted his ass out. Like, yeah.
But when he does it, I still get angry.
It's still brand new. Like,
It's like he'll come in and he'll just look off 2 hot teammates and just chunk up some shit. And I'm like, bruh, it's literally 3 seconds in the shot clock. You don't got to do this.
not only you don't got to do this, who's telling you to do this? Who's letting you do this?
I know the team's encouraging him to do it because they know how hot he can get.
Dude.
But read the room, nigga.
Dude.
I mean, even during that game, both Tim Hardaway and Christian Wood, they had nothing.
They really didn't have nothing.
They had nothing. But we were replacing their points with Josh Green.
And JaVale McGee.
No.
No.
The Latvian laser. This dude was not missing. And I was like, okay.
Oh, you talking about Big B?
Yeah, man. Davis was like, yo, I can shoot this thing too.
And that's why I had to really just humble myself about the KP trade.
Right.
And I was just like, man, we really got back 2 pieces that work.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's as much as my fandom, I guess, because I met KP,
You
know,
like unicorns?
and I was just like, this could work.
Yeah.
I
It
saw
could.
it. It could work.
It could. Not in this universe, but it could work.
Like, I saw him in the lobby here, and I was just like, I'm that close to greatness. Because when I first moved here, Tim Hardaway Jr. stayed here.
Okay.
And I guess of course they cool, because he talked to sisters.
Yeah.
He talks to black chicks.
Yeah.
So it makes
They
perfect
came
sense.
together in a trade.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. They played in New York together.
They played in New York together.
Yeah.
Davis, I like Davis. Gives the effort, and like you say, he can get fucking blazing.
And he did. He was like 5 for 6.
And this is what, game 3 back?
2.
Game 2 back.
Yes.
Blazing.
Yeah, man.
Quick.
You could tell that he was, not in game shape because all the quick fouls he was getting on defense.
Because motherfucker was blowing by.
Yeah, he was just like, what? Yeah, but overall, man, like my point is that in that game ecosystem,
JaVale did give us something.
JaVale's giving us something. And
I thought that shit was over. Like he was getting some coaches' decisions.
Well, it had something to do with his health too, if I'm not
really?
mistaken. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why he wasn't getting burned, because it was a health thing. But now he's good. I think he had like swelling or some shit like that.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
my bad.
So now you'll see him more.
Okay.
He probably won't start,
Right.
but you'll see him more, kind of giving, especially since Kleber's hurt. So you'll definitely see him more now.
Maxie, you're my boy.
Miss you, Max. You probably could have fixed that whole game.
1 point.
I mean, I know you can give us 1-3 and a couple blocks. But anyway,
Right.
my point is, Tim Hardaway Jr. in that situation,
Oh my.
he came into the game and instead of, I don't know, passing to the dude that hasn't missed a shot all game, or, I don't know, hitting your Latvian laser brother, Davis Bertans, this man looks him off, chunks up the 3 with like 5 seconds in the shot clock. Clanger. Next possession.
And they run it down our fucking throat.
Next possession, he forces some drive to the basket, which, by the way,
They're not gonna give you the refs have been terrible.
they're not going to give you the call for 1. 2, those ain't fouls. 3, you're not really finishing. Did you see that fast break where it was pretty much a 2v3?
Yeah.
Davis is behind him,
Trailing.
because Davis is like,
Hit
it's a
me.
2v3. Let me flare out.
Hit me.
This dude's like, I'm taking it, and gets his shit blocked.
He literally turned into the Joker. He was he faded and flared like, hit me. This is like shooting a free throw for me. Dude.
It was just,
So one game we shoot 55 fucking threes, and now you don't want to hit a motherfucker who ain't missed?
and I'm just like, these are the things, these are the growing pains of quote unquote having a new team, because getting Tim Hardaway Jr. back, Tim Hardaway got hurt like right around the time where the team really kind of came into its own, right?
Yeah. And
His absence really, really helped everybody else kind of know their roles. So now he's
because
coming back.
it became very strict. It was like, this is all we got.
Right. It was clear roles too. It was like, listen, Luka's gonna cook, and when he not cooking, we got Mr. Reliable Jalen Brunson over here. He's gonna cook. And listen, for added sauce, we got Dinwiddie Special over here after the trade. All the rest of you niggas spread out. We're gonna play 5 wide. Y'all crash the boards when we need it, and we good, right? And that's not the makeup of this team now. And that's really what it comes down to in my mind. Like, when is the team going to learn their makeup? Last year, they didn't learn their makeup until January. Learn their makeup, and they learned the defense. This team hasn't learned the defense. And when I say this team, I mean
This
mainly
group.
just Christian Wood.
I really think that's why he's not on the court. It's like, if you don't know where to be and how to be there, then Dwight Powell's going to get your minutes.
It's just going to take time, man.
Because I think finally Dwight Powell's 100% healthy.
Right.
He's the best teammate and true professional
Right.
that you could compare to in the league. And then 3, hell, stay fresh. Look, what if we got to play in? Now you finna play 30 minutes, 35 minutes every fucking time out on the court. I'm not worried about the whole minute thing. Like I say, it really ain't the coaches. It's not, bro.
Nah, I mean, we've lost a lot of close games and we've won a lot of close games. So you can kind of chalk that up to coaching. However, I am not going to put it on coaching in this instance because of the fact
my eyeballs saw men out there playing bad. Okay,
I mean, it's like
that was bad basketball from a team we supposed to beat them on paper. We supposed to beat them
on 2K.
On 2K,
supposed to beat them with our eyes closed. It's
and we here in Dallas. It ain't like it was a road.
It's a homestand. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Homestand continues tonight, playing against the Celtics.
We're gonna get slapped around.
We'll see.
Well, no, we're not, because we always played our fucking competition.
We play up.
We always played our competition.
We play up. We'll see, man.
Some bums walk in here. Now we're bums. the league leaders walk in here. Guess what? Finna get work.
Mavs are currently number 8, but we're not 20 games in. I'm going to overreact, but I'm not overreacting too much.
I'm gonna real overreact, so you can. All right.
I appreciate that.
Both of us can't lose it.
We'll see how they do, man. What's your prediction for the game tonight? Are you picking your Mavs to win?
Close loss.
Close loss. Okay. You know what, Ken? The redemption starts now. We're beating them by at least 10. We haven't done it all year.
Hold on, let's check the injury report. Is Jason Tatum not here?
He's here.
Say.
And he's looking MVP-ish. All right. But guess what? You know who else is looking MVP-ish?
What's up?
The league leader in scoring this year.
Luka.
So, yeah, man.
Doncic!
Oof. We're
because
everyone's going to show up.
I'm not going to lie. When he cooks, you got to just shut the fuck up and watch.
Yeah. Eat it. Like, all the doubters, all the haters.
How's he doing it? I don't even care at this point. Because he's done it so much.
He's beating everybody.
I'm not gonna lie. Can I have an honest moment?
Go for it.
As big of a Maverick fan as I am, I did think he was a fluke.
Are you talking about season 1, 2? Just period.
Season 2.
Okay.
Because season 1, he's a rookie. Don't nobody know his stuff. Season 2,
yeah.
I was like, there's no way he can have the same year.
That was the bubble season, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he did it again.
In the bubble.
Season 3, when he got extra spicy, because now I'm stepping back left and I'm stepping back right. Because everybody knew he was going to step back left. And so you could crowd him. Because I think a couple of times Christian Woods crowded him and made him shoot up some junk. Because he would step back left. I'm not in the NBA, and I was picking up on that. I was like, dribble, between dribble, step back, left. Okay.
All right.
Dude, he got all of the game.
Yeah, man.
All right.
No.
I had to be honest.
No.
Have we ever talked about that?
You can hijack as much of this podcast as you want to talk about the brilliance of Luka. All right.
Have I ever told you that?
How much you love Luka?
No, that I thought that I closetedly thought he's a fluke.
You've never taught me that. This is brand new. This is breaking news.
Yeah, and that he was gonna burn out.
No,
nah.
I've never heard this from you, and it's kind of refreshing. Just to get a surprise on a podcast like this.
It's refreshing to know that he's the real deal before the money.
I see what you did there. Yeah.
So when it was time to give him the money, give him the fucking money.
There's no question.
No, yeah, I have no like yo.
Here's the max.
Go get that shit done.
Here's the max. Let's move on. You know. And guess what?
And guess who wasn't the real deal? Fucking Michael Porter Jr. How's that aging?
Hey man, I was not.
No, when they signed him big, you was like, you gotta sign. Man, he's looking like a dud.
He's looking hurt again.
He's looking hurt again.
But you don't. You're burying the context of why I said that. They play in Denver. no one comes to play in Denver.
So they got to keep.
So they had to do it.
Yeah, they had to keep
When
him.
you that's why I said it. It wasn't because I felt like he deserved the money. It was because the same reason why they have all their talent. When you hit on a Joker, on a Nikola Joker, when you have to pay it. When you hit on
Jamal Murray,
you have to pay.
the Human Torch,
because they're gonna go. You'll end up being like Utah.
they're gonna go. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why I said it. Anyway,
Steph
you're
Curry-
saying barely lose. I'm saying win by 10. You want to you got any more NBA you want to talk about? We move on to the NFL corner.
I kind of touched on it last week. Yeah, Steph Curry 50 ball, and
Yeah,
like
it's prime chef.
man,
It's prime chef. Chef won't cool off until after the holiday, and then we'll be like, "What happened?" He does this every year. He comes in. And we're like, oh, my God, Steph Curry is the greatest player ever. And he cools off for like about a month or two. And then after the All-Star break, he's back at it again. And we're like, why do we ever doubt this man?
I think the casuals do that, and I know that's a slur.
I never doubt it.
I've never done that.
Yeah. But people will. When his
But-
scoring falls off, just listen, just wait.
It's-
And when I
it's-
say
it's-
scoring fall off, I mean he'll get 22 a game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But it's almost like he's listened to the critics, because the critics have always been like, is it Kyrie or is it Steph? And people talk about how skilled Kyrie is as if Steph is just a scorer. And it's like Steph is like, you know what?
Steph's just a skill.
He really got in his bag when Clay was out,
Right.
when Dre was
Out.
out and overweight,
Yeah.
and he was out there alone. He got into his bag.
Yeah.
I can't run off screens if everybody know that ain't nobody gonna shoot. I gotta go get busy.
Right. Right. So now
So now he's a whole nother
it's a whole nother
player.
level.
Yeah, he's a whole nother player now.
It's leveled up, man. Second best player in the league.
Giannis?
Y'all still better.
Okay.
You know.
I didn't know if you.
Nah, no cover balls here.
I'm so-
Giannis still better. And I mean, whenever
Sidebar.
Giannis is still better, and Jokic is number 3. Luka's number 4 because I'm a fan.
Dude, that's high IQ count right there.
Smart
Now
player.
that's just somebody who knows basketball really well. It's Giannis. Steph is. You got to pick up Steph at half court.
Always had to. Yeah.
And even if he's out there with some fucking YMCA players, you still have to pick him up at half court.
Good, man.
The Kings still look good. That's crazy. Oh, and what you think about Pat Bev pushing DeAndre Ayton down again?
Just Pat Bev antics. I'm not
Above or below it?
it's you know what? I'm surprised it took this long.
Oh, they hit LA? Yeah.
like
I was thinking the same thing.
I was like, you actually a little late. You know what I mean?
Like I've been waiting on this.
But you know what?
You notice how quiet they've gotten now that like Russ is playing good?
Is Russ playing good, or did they finally put him on the bench because that's what he needs?
Nah, like I know LeBron is out, and I mean he's gonna always play good when LeBron's out.
Yeah.
Because that's the way he's supposed to play.
The point is that it's very simple basketball. You cannot play LeBron with non-shooting guards. You cannot.
Nope.
Which means, Russ, sit your ass on the bench until LeBron sits his ass on the bench. Then get out there and do your Russ thing. It's not hard, man. It's not hard at all. How about we run a pick and roll? This ain't hard, all right? So it's just funny, man, that everyone's over here on some like, Lakers actually looking decent now. Be like, yeah, because they finally decided to play obvious basketball.
They still need shooters.
Yep.
And AD is putting up some crazy numbers.
He will. Listen.
That's who I'm done with.
Listen, man, like,
I'm done.
I love AD as a player. But the problem is that his body doesn't love him as a player.
That's deep. It's been a long day without you, my friend.
So it's only a matter of time before it's like, all right, well, I guess he's out for the next 2-3 months.
Damn.
You know,
exactly how it be.
And I hate to wish that on a dude, but I mean that's been his whole career. So
Right.
I mean, until he shows me the baby, I'm not gonna think any different. All right. NFL corner. Ice.
I guess that's me, right?
Ice, cue me in. Why should I care about the NFL? What's going on?
Because coming off of the Aaron Rodgers curse, the Cowboys lose a ugly OT loss. 40 Burger in Minnesota. Fuck them all of America. All right, burn it bitch down.
Amazon burned it first.
All right. 40-3 at the house that Prince built.
Ooh, man.
The artist. Yeah.
Formerly known.
Yeah. Put the burning building out with the waters of Lake Minnetonka. Okay. Cowboys look damn good.
What
Because when you get up with that type of pass rush, bro, they maul Kirk Cousins the whole game.
Oh,
They got up. That's what it was. They got up. They got ahead.
But also Kirk Cousins. Okay.
Look,
All right.
I like Kirk Cousins, bro.
Listen.
Kirk stood the test of time. Washington knew they got RG3 and they got Kirk Cousins because they was just like, look, they're both good. Kirk's still good.
That's not what I'm saying. You said it technically. You said Washington. That's the key.
Oh, the tie-in.
Cowboys own Washington. Always has. And sorry, my DC friends. Always will. All right. So that's in Kirk Cousins' head. I don't care where he is.
Wow.
That's what happened. And that is my NFL overreaction, baby.
Hey, we all overreacted. The other overreaction is Andy Reid's a really good coach. And when people was like Kansas City isn't good this year, they're at 8-2.
Oh. Well, why would they say such things? I mean,
just because the weapons ain't there like they have been. It's like a wide receiver shuffleboard out there in KC, and you got Travis Kelce who's turned into, I hate to say it, damn near the best tight end ever outside of like Kevin Winslow Sr.
Okay.
I like Tony G.
That's saying a lot.
I like Tony G.
Tony G's up there.
I like Gronk. Because Gronk in his prime,
Gronk's up there.
he was hard. He was hard to guard.
Yeah.
I like Antonio Gates.
Legend.
J-Dub never dropped a pass.
Man.
But Kelce is like all of them combined. Blocks, run after the catch, hands like crazy,
Athletic.
route you up, go fall in the zone. He's all that. And Mahomes, like all the throws Mahomes can make, man, he is gonna hit Kelce. And Andy is a fucking offensive genius. So I mean, they look so good in Sunday Night Football. And the 49ers are starting to pick up steam, even though Jimmy G is more of a model than a quarterback. He's not even a bus driver. He's like a model. He's a good-looking man. Pause. A great-looking man.
Listen.
Not a great-looking quarterback.
Wasn't that always his flaw?
Now, he comes from the mantra of, like, if I just don't lose this bitch, we're good, right?
Right.
And they're cool with it because he don't lose it. Like,
great bus driver energy.
It's like bus driver DNA, model face.
And isn't that just the best bus driver? Don't you feel safe
Right.
when the model is driving you to your destination? You're like, we're going to get there. All right.
Yeah.
Because this driver's beautiful. All right.
Look at this man, chiseled jaw, his perfect hairline.
Look at that jaw.
The Dolphins are still wild.
Yo, I checked the standings and they were on top of them. And I was like, what happened?
Yeah, the Dolphins.
It's like Miami's good.
Yeah. And it's because the Jets and the Patriots are bad.
Like, suck it, Brady.
The Jets and the Patriots were in a 3-3 gridlock, terrible football game that was decided by a fucking kick return, like a last second kick return.
You saying special teams dictated this whole game?
The very end of the game.
No, you said the score was 3-3. That's still special teams.
Exactly.
That's tough.
And Belichick is like, yo, I get it done. I don't care how I get it done, but I get it done.
Dub's a dub.
Fuck you, Jets.
That's tough.
It's like, and I really like Belichick, but man, New England ain't got nothing.
The dynasty had to die eventually.
It did, and they should have paid Garoppolo.
Just dry that bus.
Yeah, was Tom gonna play forever?
Was that bus good though?
Here's the thing: you pay Garoppolo a little bit,
Okay.
and then you get the weapons. Anytime you got weapons in New England, look how successful they were. Because a lot of times New England was good with fucking pieces. I can't name none of them motherfuckers.
Was that the brilliance of Brady though?
I think that was the brilliance of all of them.
Okay. Some of its parts kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, because granted, Brady's old now, but like he got all the talent in the world in Tampa. And
Oh, really?
Tampa got hella weapons.
And they're just washed? I mean, and he's just washed?
Say he's fading.
Okay.
It's starting to.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many games has Tampa Bay won? Like 5?
They are fighting. Yeah, it's around 500. They're fighting in the NFC South with a ugly Atlanta and New Orleans team.
They're all like 5-5 or some shit?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
That's enough. The NFL is in a weird spot. That's enough.
okay. All right. Let's switch gears. Pop culture.
What's that?
It's where we talk about things that are unsports related, that are popping in the pop culture world.
Motherfucker, did you read the headlines? It's fantasy fiction action,
Listen.
not pop culture.
Listen.
Fantasy fiction action.
I'm switching gears. All right.
No.
I'm one of the hosts. Do what I want, damn it. Let me tell you something. For the people that are listening, the people that will listen, there is a show that was made to do greatness. All right.
Gather around, children.
Have you cranked up your Disney Plus yet? You know what? Don't worry, because Disney's got you. It's called Andor. And the show is so good, pay attention, that they are going to be releasing the first 2 episodes on Hulu and Freeform and all their other shit that they got in their umbrella, because guess what? The show got the juice.
And they're like, more eyes needed.
They're like, listen, we have done something brilliant here, and more people need to see it. I think it's only just for the holiday or some shit. It might be a permanent thing that they want to do later, where, eventually they'll put all their shows on all their other streaming platforms.
Wow.
But I want people to understand that means something. So don't just listen to me rave about the show, because I'm going to do it.
No.
But think about the metrics where the motherfuckers counting the money at Disney was like, we need to do this. All right.
The mouse ears are good at math.
It's very rare where I have expectations that are high and they get beat. But this show has done that in spades. It's to the point now where I can definitively say that this is my favorite Star Wars thing ever. And that's saying a lot.
I'm saying a lot.
Because I'm a big Star Wars fan.
All right, I have a whole Padawan braid in right now, so
Yeah.
it's real over here.
Yeah. It also means that it's kind of a double-edged sword. Because here's what happened. Now, I know how good Star Wars can be when you get away from the tropey, this is good, this is bad, light side, dark side, because that's been explored for decades. This is grayscale.
Let's get in the rest of the universe.
Spy espionage. Let's get into these obscure characters that weren't really too canon, but let's really get them and build on them, make them real, and make you care. And then let's explore things that aren't new, but are new to Star Wars. And that is police brutality. That is the dangers of totalitarianism. That is what it means to be in the hood, struggling, trying to make some of yourself, and everyone else doing the same thing. And just by sheer coincidence, you are sparked. And now you're on this journey that you can't stop. Where not this, pretty much that trope where heroes aren't or are made, right? They're not born,
No.
right? And that's different for Star Wars. Star Wars, like we got Luke Skywalker from the jump, born a hero. He wants to be a Jedi. That's all he wants.
Anakin.
Because his dad was doing it, you know what I'm saying? Anakin, spoiler alert, Anakin is his father. Anyway, this is different. This is where Andor, Cassian Andor, he's just a regular ass dude like you and me. He's hustling on them streets.
Trying to put it together.
He's shooting at bitches when he can. Motherfuckers owe him money. He's like, yo, I'll pay you next week. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, he owes them money.
He owes them money,
Sorry.
yeah.
And he just gets galvanized by this traumatic event that the whole season is just the way that the creator phrased it is the education of Andor. And the whole series is just going over this whole time of his life where he goes from a dude that is really kind of like we are today in America, where we're kind of like, voting don't really matter. I don't really care about that shit. That shit don't bother me. That shit don't matter to me. And all those little problems that were either on the news or that was affecting other people comes home and affects him. And then all of a sudden he can't go back.
Right.
He has to respond. These are things that are in Star Wars. This is shit that should be in everything. This is in Star Wars. This is the most un-Star Wars show because of the God Gilroy doing his Gilroy things, giving you some of the sauciest dialogues, the sauciest monologues you have ever heard. It'll bring you to tears. It'll stir your heart. You'll be invested. And God damn it, you should watch the fucking show. Spoiler alert, there's 2 seasons. Season 1 just wrapped up. Season 2 is filming now. And it's supposed to
So they knew
pretty
they
much be
had
it.
sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. And that's all I'm going to say. It is a high bar to clear. And I don't think that other Star Wars creators that are making Star Wars stuff now are going to be able to top this. But it is going to create the expectation that this is what can happen.
They're going to have to leave some of that old canon behind.
They're just going to have to, in my opinion, really put down the old light side, dark side. This is good. This is bad. You need to explore the gray now because that is more human. That is more compelling. And plus, the old light side, dark side, like I said, that kind of story has been done since the first Star Wars, so 40 years, you know?
And if you're not going to add more to the light side and dark side, which they really haven't, they're still kind of revolving.
It's tapped
around,
out, man.
Yeah, they're revolving around the initial families.
Yeah, the Skywalker family. I mean, that's been done. I mean, then you had the whole Clone Wars thing, and that's been done and explored a lot. And then, I mean, you had you have the Mandalorian, but that's really carried and galvanized by young Grogu. And you know that'll sell some plushies.
Grogu.
Yeah, that's Baby Yoda.
Yeah, Baby Yoda. Yeah.
His name's Grogu. But overall, man, my point is that that's been explored. It's been done. We've seen it in the prequels. We've seen it in the new trilogy. Like the whole like you're good, I'm bad, let's fight kind of thing.
I'm right, you're wrong.
Right. It's different.
What I never get tired of is North mythology, though.
Norse?
Norse.
Yeah. It's funny you say that because, the new God of War came out. And that's another situation where I had high expectations for the game. And I haven't finished it yet because I'm an adult. Don't judge me.
What's the playthrough time?
So the playthrough time depends on what difficulty you decide to do. So if you put it on baby mode, it's 1 out of 5 difficulties. You put on the first difficulty, you can probably get through it in like 30 hours, which is meaty.
Yeah, I was
to just breeze through.
To breeze through is 30?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, aka Give Me God of War. That is the name of the difficulty. And that is approximated to be 50 to 60, depending on how good you are.
And how grown you are.
Right. I'm about halfway.
Nice.
And I guess I just gotta say it's better than the first God of War, which is saying a lot. And when I say the first God of War, I mean the first remake. It's better than that.
That's saying a lot.
And it continues to just surprise you with not only how good it is, but how satisfying it feels to just have these grandiose boss battles and these insane fight mechanics. And it builds on the mechanics that were there before, but now you can tweak them, customize them. They even have transmog on the armor, so you can just make any armor look like other armor, but you keep the abilities. It was pretty much like, hey,
they heard the fans.
Let's make it good, but how do we make it better? And you know what? Ironically, man, it kind of feels like, what the original, like 15, 18 years ago God of War, what that one did, what God of War 2 did for it. I don't know if you remember what God of War 2 did.
Oh, God of War 2 was a crazy bump from the first one.
And we didn't know it could do that.
And it became a phenomenon.
Like God of War 2 really kind of just
it flexed the power of the station at that time too.
It did. And this one's really getting into its PS5 bag, and I'm pretty sure it's blowing up PS4s.
Man,
but I haven't really heard that, but I'm sure it is.
I know that PS4 can't comfortably 4K 60 frame that thing.
Oh, it's not. It's downscaled, obviously, but it's. I don't want to give too much out, but I will say that from what I have played so far,
we spoil shit around here.
It builds, right? You have an older Atreus.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, he is.
And in the first game,
he's seasoned.
In the first game, he kind of helps out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
In this game, he gets busy.
Nah.
Like they give him full-fledged combos. He fights on his own. He still gives you the call outs here and there, but really the head that you have on your hip, he's the one that really does the call outs for you. Meanwhile, your son's getting busy. There's parts where you just fight as your son, and his moves are fully fleshed out, and he gets busy.
Yeah, he has a different fight style.
But to be honest,
what is his weapon choice?
He still has the bow, but he gets busy with that bow.
Wow. So
you can not only can you shoot with it, but because he actually physically fights with the bow, he has combos with that bow. So he's like fucking niggas up with that bow, like just side swinging all that. And he's a god too, so he has powers. Full-fledged druid action, meaning transforming into bears, wolves, and tearing motherfuckers up when he transforms into it.
Beautiful.
There is in the way that they switch up the gameplay, it's just not those two characters. There's side characters that come into play as well, and they help you fight. So there's like right now I'm in a situation where I'm Kratos, and my son is off doing his thing, so he's not with me. I got Freya, the goddess from the last game. She's with me.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And she's getting busy. She has a bow too, so she has the same kind of play style as Atreus as far as
skill
helping.
Sets. Yeah.
But her whole move set is completely different. She's got a sword, so you might run up on her. She's, you know, it's great, man. It's a good time. Very rare where I just audibly get loud when I'm playing games. Now I'm pretty reserved when I'm playing games, but this one, like, I'm cussing uncontrollably. That's a good sign, man. It's a good sign.
Yeah.
I don't think that I'll be doing that again until probably on December 2nd when Callisto Protocol comes out, and I want to be screaming like a little bitch.
Oh man, scary game time.
Yeah, it's gonna restore the feeling. All right, this is what I'm getting at, man.
My hopes are a little. I'm trying to be like, you know, realistic, be a little grounded on this one.
Yeah.
Because it looks so good.
Can I have a request?
What's up?
Let's just call this episode "Restore the Feeling." All right, because guess what? Andor restored my feeling in Star Wars. I didn't know it could be this way again. I didn't know I could feel like this again about Star Wars, and it's there. The feeling's restored. I'm hopeful that Lucasfilm and Disney can really pump out the product now. God of War has restored the feeling. I just really was kind of burned out on action games. Then God of War comes out, and I'm like, guess what? I still like action games. They're still great. And I think Calypso Protocol is going to bring the feeling back for horror games, because guess what? I really haven't played a horror game or really been interested in a horror game since the Dead Space 2.
Of course.
I mean, not.
Did you play 3?
I didn't. I heard it was good. But people didn't care at that point. But I did. Well, no, I just heard that like what they did with that game was pretty revolutionary from a 2-player standpoint.
Oh no, I haven't seen a 2-player like mode like that.
Like there was a point, like everybody talks about this part in the game, and I felt like it's pretty brilliant. There was a part in that game, little aside, where one player hears and sees shit, and the other player doesn't, and so you're like you'll call out to your friend, like, so for instance, I would see an enemy or something like that, and I'll be like, oh shit, get him right there, and you'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like that was just that's just such a cool thing that the game's kind of fucking with you like that. But to me, I think EA just kind of the whole make it more action feely I think it kind of lost the feeling of Dead Space, because I think that's the point of what made Dead Space cool, was that it had that Event Horizon feel.
Yeah,
claustrophobic ship, isolated,
quiet,
alone,
slow,
right,
methodical,
right. Big set pieces, they were there, but very small, isolated moments. The Calypso Protocol, we're in some kind of space prison, and it feels pretty isolated, and I'm ready to break out this fucking prison. All right. God bless whoever's doing that. I forget his name. He's the game creator. I feel like he's going to restore the feeling on this one too. I didn't really do the Resident Evils, the new ones, even though I've heard they were great.
Oh, the remakes?
Yeah, well, not the remakes. The new ones, 6 and 7.
I did, yeah.
Because they're first person, and first person horror. It's just a whole nother level of like, I don't know if I can do that. Because I'm the character.
You got to stomach it, yeah.
Yeah. And when it's hard to stomach it when literally they're showing your stomach being ripped out.
It's intense.
So when I say restore the feeling, everybody, I'm just talking in certain things that I like. All right. So that's my request. let's just call this one episode 7, Restore the Feeling. All right.
Done and done.
Seems like the Cowboys are trying to restore the feeling. Seems like the Mavs, we hope, can restore the
Needs
feeling.
to restore the fucking feeling.
And, good job for Andor and Tony Gilroy's team for restoring the feeling in Star Wars. Shout out to Santa Monica Studios and Corey Balrog, the creator of the game, to restore the God of War feeling. You are now officially the true God of War. You are 3 for 3 on these God of Wars. You made God of War 2, you made the God of War remake, and now you made this one, God of War Ragnarok. And you are just hitting it out the park, man. So thanks for restoring the feeling. And I apologize to the creator of the original Dead Space and the Callisto Protocol. I forget your name, but I fucks with you. And I can't wait to play your game. And I hope it restores the feeling. Mm-hmm. And that's all I got, man. You ready to get out of here?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to leave the people before we get out?
It's holiday song.
It is. Roast your
be smart, stay dangerous.
Cook your meats properly. Be with your loved ones. Give them a high five.
Yeah, whatever that looks like for you, do that.
And just whether it's a Friendsgiving,
right,
or it's a Thanksgiving, which actual family, or maybe it's just, I don't know, you're in a weird place where you got to like video call somebody. Like, just cherish the moment. You know what I'm saying? And we back at you next week, man. We'll talk about it. Trust me, I'm not an expert. I'm JT. That man over there is Ice. We'll catch you next week. Peace.
Peace.